Hey, Smile. That one comment you was saying, you got to be careful, when you say shit like that. Uh, I learned out when I was your age because I'm about to be 32. And if you say for the last 15 years when you were 5, so that makes you like 20. I didn't really realize you were that much younger than me. um, Listen, when I was your age, I noticed a lot more than people gave me credit for. I was aware of a lot more than what people gave me credit for. And yeah, it's hard. It is definitely difficult to have your eyes open when everyone around you seems like their eyes are wide shut and they're just NPCs walking through life and doing the same movements, and it's like they're asleep. And see, people call them sheep, the sheep now, you know what I mean? But when I was your age, we called them drones. That was what they were called, drone, because they were drone workers. You know, the people that are in the blue collars, they're just corporate assholes. They're a corporate shell. You know what I mean? Like they're just a drone worker. They're programmable. They're expendable. Like a fucking robot. You know, and no, I get it, man, and I understand what you mean. Like I've been going through it for, you know, like almost 25 years. Like, so I get it, man. I noticed a lot of changes after 9/11. That's when my eyes started opening up. Like, you said that you're in New Zealand, um, which is awesome. I've never been there, but it doesn't seem like the grass is greener on the other hillside. If you're having similar issues there in New Zealand with its government and shit. Um, Sorry if I sound a little rough. I've got pneumonia right now, and it kind of sucks. but uh, but yeah, man, I understand. And you know, if you look up this real quick when you get a chance for me, there's the older TVs, not the ones that are like this and like the smart TVs and shit. I mean, like the old glass TVs, the ones that are heavy as fuck. Even though that one there is heavy as fuck. It's a plasma. But the reason why I was telling you about that is there's a thing that those TVs would do if it just lost signal, lost feed or something. Like if you had a cable box connected to the coaxial cable, which is the screw on with the copper wire going into it in the middle. It's called a coaxial cable. If you were watching something through your coaxial cable, or yeah, it was actually only through your coaxial cable. If you just, while you're watching it, unscrewed it and pulled it out, there was an effect that happened on that screen. Um, there was an effect called the snowy effect, and also had like the sound was the same. It was like that's how the sound sounded, literally. um, but with the snowy effect, you got a black dot, a white dot, a gray dot, a whiter dot, etc. Like it was all just random where the pixels were the pixels of the picture on that screen. It's called the snowy effect or whatever, and that's just how the world is, man. You know, you've got a good person right here in the house, and then the next door neighbor from them is an evil person, and then the next door from them, they're like on the fence about good and evil. You know what I mean? You got good people living in this house. The next door neighbor is a bad person. and their neighbor isn't, they're like a shitty person or okay person. They're not as evil as the one, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all like that. It's all random like that. And it's spotches. It's kind of like salt and pepper being just spread out everywhere, if that makes any sense. Um, that's literally what we're dealing with. That's why, and it took me a long time to realize that about my community. You know, the communities that I've lived in and the people that I interacted with on any basis. But we've got more. It's like we've got more pepper than we've got salt. You know, we've got more dark individuals and just evil, nasty, confused individuals than you got good light source people. You know, we're all walking in a dark forest together, and we can't see the forest for the darkness. And you got good people like me and you that shine bright like a light. You know, we can see which path to go on, but not everybody can. And you've got people within that are the opposite of us, that just drain in the light like a black hole does. And they don't want light bearing people like me and you. That's why we have these thoughts of stuff like that and just being on edge all the time. And it feels like we're walking around eggshells. It's because the system itself is ran by the dark souls, you know, and they don't want a light soul. They want everybody to just give them light. You know what I mean? Um, oh, my fucking chest is killing me. I got to get up here to the pharmacy and hope and pray they don't be like, oh, well, you got to pay us so we can fill your prescriptions. Like, bitch, I have no deductibles on that. I don't have to pay anything. Like, my policy, if I look up my insurance policy, it says that it covers all medication, 100%. But if I go up to the pharmacy, they're like, oh, well, you know, it only covers $19 out of fucking 24, so you got to give us $5. And I'm like, well, you can go to the bank with that. I don't have $5, and I need this medication. So is the bureaucracy going to not allow me to get the medication? Because if that's the case, then just let me know. Like, no, it's not that. It's, you just gotta pay. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like every time. It's like you can't talk to these people. They're corporate shells. And I get it, man. Like it's like teaching calculus to a toddler. You'd have more luck pulling all of your teeth out in the corner of the room with a pair of pliers with no Novocaine or pain med or anything. You know, as painful and as long and drug out of a process as that sounds, that's more feasible than trying to explain this stuff to everybody, if that makes any sense. And I feel where you're coming from, and I'm sorry, but my YouTube hasn't notified me that you commented on any of my videos at all, bro. Like, is something sinister and weird going on with my channel, and I can't explain it, and I don't know how to really, I don't know what to do about it. You know, it's not like you have tech support anymore. You know, it's all automated, and if it's not a problem that they have listed on there, then it's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? But it's a problem, and I get it, man. This whole new expression, cringe, that's a whole new one. That's not even from my generation. And I'm a millennial. That's a Gen Z expression. And I get it. I get what you're saying, you know, but everything seems cringe nowadays. And I'm like, what? Like the truth is cringe, the lie is cringe, life is cringe. Anything that's not life is cringe. I mean, you can't say everything and explain everything as one thing. It's not. That's a inaccurate way of explaining shit. But like I said, it's trying to talk to, and it's not y'all's fault, man. It's not your generation's fault. It's the system that fucked y'all up. And it's sad, man, it's fucking, it breaks my heart because I hated on Gen Z for so long. I thought y'all were just fucking idiots, because I couldn't talk to y'all. Y'all wouldn't take more than 20 seconds to have a conversation. Like, this shit, I need more than 20 seconds of your attention to explain this shit. It's more complexity in there than, you're allowing me to explain, Not you, but you know what I'm saying. And then out of every generation, you still have light light bearers. You still have people that have enough foresight and can see things for what they are, and you're one of us. You know, look up the chosen ones, God's chosen ones, and you'll understand. You'll start to understand more. Like it is literally um, a good and evil battle between people. Um, like this whole NPC person or drone person or sheep or the ones that drank the Kool-Aid, etc. The blue pill versus the red pill. Like it's literally like that. It's literally like black and white for what it is. And now you can see the angels for the demons, if you understand what I mean. You can tell. It's all in the eyes. It's all in the facial demeanor, people's body language, what they actually talk about, how much emotion they have behind their voice. Like it's so complex. And it's obvious. It's out in the open. It's right there. And that's the best camouflage, is in plain sight. Um, if that makes any sense. But you you know, okay. So another thing I want to bring up about the U.S. government that I'm pretty sure you're aware of. Biden's regime talks about the Christian nationalists and extremists and MAGA extremists, and an enemy knows another enemy. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. They were the ones that started calling Christians nationalists and extremists. They were the ones that said that all people that follow MAGA, as MAGA Republicans, are extremists for trying to keep, for being conservative, like for loving, God, country, and God and country, and being there for the system that my father and my grandfather and my great grandfather and his father and father before sacrificed to make for me to have right now. But because I'm Christian and I'm for Donald Trump and everything, I'm an extremist and I'm the enemy. Well, I was made out to be the enemy from the system, not the other way around. And just like Sun Tzu said in The Art of War, only an enemy knows another enemy. So that's why I am rebellious. And I used to be liberal, just like all of these kids are now. And I know I'm not too much older than Gen Z, but Y'all are children to me, man. And I feel like I need to help y'all, man. And I don't even know everything I should know for my own damn generation. Like, I'm not perfect, but y'all need something better to fucking follow than shaking your ass on a fucking camera, you know, or listening to this false fucking news. I mean, it's just sad. And I'm here, man. I'm still kicking. I don't know for how much longer, but I'm still here. And not trying to be weird or anything, but I love you, man. You're a human being, and I don't want you to do something stupid, and I don't want to. I don't want to do something stupid either. And I've got people in my life that tell me that. Like, I care for everybody equally, man. I don't care what you look like, where you're from. We're the same. We're humans. You know, nationalities and race. It's made up. It's made up by the governments of the world. If that makes any sense. And the same thing about these countries and territories. Like, that's all made up. That's all lines drawn on geography. I mean, if you go to, like, you know, where one country turns into another country on the map, and you find out what that is with longitude and latitude, if you physically go there on the Earth, I wonder if you actually see a line, because I've never seen a fucking line, and I just see trees, dirt, water, air, you know. That's what I've seen. I've never seen the actual line that's written on that geography, on that map. So that tells me that that line is a figment in my imagination. I know it's there, but it doesn't physically exist. It only exists on paper. Yeah. Paper is any paper is as good as toilet paper. It's good enough to wipe your ass with, and that's it. Like, policies written on paper, law written on paper, everything sounds great and amazing on paper. But in reality, does it sound good? Does it look good? No. None of that does. The fact that we have different states, but we're governed under the federal government and the state governments. Like, being in Kentucky is irrelevant. You're in America. You know what I mean? Like, it should be like that. But it's not, and it's forced like that because of the elites and the government and everything. And the bureaucracy of it all is what's infected and what's fucked up. Oh, damn, that one hurt. Do me a favor, don't get pneumonia. Fuck walking pneumonia. It sucks ass. Feels like somebody's taking screwdrivers and shoving them straight through my fucking chest right now. When I take in a breath, it hurts. But yeah, smile, man. Smile and laugh and fuck all the bullshit, all this cringy shit. You know, man, you know what I'm talking about. I know you do. And you got this shit, man. We got this shit. Raw. Oh, fuck. Maybe not the raw part, but yeah. Peace.